So these are my live reactions of the evening round one of the NFL draft. As you can see, 11:26. I don't know if you can actually see that, but 11:26, Thursday, April 23rd. These are my live reactions. First of all, Packers fan, you can see this is going to be biased. Normally, I'm going to try not and be biased. All the videos you see after this, I'll make the disclaimer, yada, yada, Packers fan, A's fan, Warriors fan, Steph Curry, repping. I'll make the disclaimer beforehand. I'll try not to be biased, but I'm a Packers fan, A's fan, Warriors fan, whatever. Tonight, I am going to be biased. So strap in, grab some popcorn. It's going to get good. So I'm just going to start with what you're all expecting me to talk about. Probably going to be the title of this video. Jordan Love, drafted by the Green Bay Packers, 26th overall in the 2020 NFL draft in the first round. Why? First of all, do you have to trade up to get Jordan Love? We gave up a fourth round. I believe it's a fourth round draft pick, eighth pick in the fourth round. Pick 136 is the pick we gave up. And then our 30th pick to move up to 26 with Miami, who had that pick, I believe, from Houston. So my question is, why couldn't – so the teams in between – Miami already had Tua. They drafted Tua fifth. They're not going to take Jordan Love. 27 is Seattle. They have Russell Wilson. 28, the Ravens. Do I even have to say anything? 29, Tennessee. They just gave Ryan Tannehill a massive contract. No one in between us is going to take Jordan Love. In that sense, it reminds me of the Bears and Mitchell Trubisky. Now, Jordan Love is a much more highly respected draft prospect than Mitchell Trubisky was. When he came out of college, Mitchell Trubisky barely even played. Jordan Love was a starter at Utah State for multiple years. He's coming out at 21 years old. I believe it was multiple years. If not, feel free and roast me for that. But he's 21 years old. I believe he played for, maybe that was only 1 year. Maybe he was redshirted and then played for a year. I don't know. But I know that he was a very highly respected prospect. As I said, these are my immediate comments and opinions. I haven't done any research like I normally would for a video. So I don't have all of this in front of me. I'm recording just my normal thoughts. So I don't have a problem with the pick in and of itself. I have a problem with trading up for it. I have a problem because I don't think anybody would have taken him in the first round. Get a good Michael Pittman type player. If you're going to trade up for a Justin Jefferson or someone like that who's already falling. Don't trade up for Jordan Love when he would have fallen. You could have traded up that fourth pick probably into the second round. I mean, you could have even traded to the first pick with Cincinnati in the second round, trade our second round pick, a fourth round pick, maybe a sixth in 2021, maybe something like that. That could have still gotten you Jordan Love, and you wouldn't have had to give up that and trade up in the first round. You could have gotten a good impact player for now, because Jordan Love is not that player. And you want to know the last time the Packers in the first round have drafted an offensive skill player? Aaron Rodgers. So my hope in all of this is that Aaron Rodgers sees what's going on. The Packers signed him to a very long term contract. He's done after 2023. So they have more years of Aaron Rodgers. This is not a condemnation on Aaron Rodgers, and I really hope he knows that. I doubt he's going to see it, so I'm not going to talk to him like he's here. But I hope Aaron Rodgers knows this. This is not a condemnation of you are out the door very soon. This is we see a lot of promise in Jordan Love, and we want you to train him like Brett Favre refused to do with you. It's a very similar situation. Brett Favre was 35 years old when Rodgers was drafted in 2005 with the 25th pick in the 2005 draft. Rodgers is 36. Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers are the same age, I believe. Rodgers might have been a year older, but I believe they're both 21. Both were from California. There is a lot of similarities here. I'm seeing a lot of good things on Twitter from NFL Draft Twitter about Jordan Love. I don't really know why we traded up is the only thing. Outside of that, now let's pull up my draft, not really my draft notes, but my Twitter notes. At the beginning, we didn't see a lot of surprises. Joe Burrow, Chase Young, Jeff Okudah. That was kind of what we expected. New York went with a unpopular but very good selection with offensive tackle Andrew Thomas out of Georgia. Fantastic. Miami went with Tua like we all thought, tanking for Tua. Chargers took Justin Herbert, no surprise. Started to get a little dicey at number 7. Panthers took Derek Brown instead of Isaiah Simmons. the best pick I liked of the entire draft was the Arizona Cardinals getting Isaiah Simmons, who's a linebacker from Clemson. He's basically a positionless player. There was a graphic on ESPN. I mean, he plays actual corner. He plays a lot of slot corner, nickel corner, and then he can play inside, outside linebacker and safety. And there are clips of him making impact plays at all of those positions. So for Arizona, they get an amazing guy on the other side of the ball of Kyler Murray. They're both very young. They can lead that team together for a pretty good time to come. So I'm excited about that pick. Jacksonville went defense number 9, not surprised at all. Browns go offensive tackle, not surprised. They need to replace Joe Thomas, who retired a couple years ago. New York Jets also select offensive lineman Bexton out of Louisville. Not surprising at all either, really, because they wanted to go get a guy to protect Sam Darnold. Then if you look, number 12, Raiders take my thread is not working. Raiders take a receiver at 12. That's kind of the top picks that I wanted to touch on. Other than that, the biggest thing I saw was Justin Jefferson falling to, I believe it was 22. He fell to the Minnesota Vikings. As a Packers fan, I don't like that. I didn't want Jefferson in the NFC North. I wanted him with the Eagles at 21. I was live streaming while this was happening. I kept saying, I want Jefferson to the Eagles. It didn't happen. They took Rieger out of TCU, which I did like that pick. I like Rieger, but I still thought Jefferson was the better pick for them. Their big body guy for Carson Wentz. You know, he's now with Kirk Cousins. More for the Justin Jefferson. I wish he went to Philadelphia because I think that's a better spot for him. He would have been getting a lot more targets. Now Jefferson is behind. I mean, he's behind Adam Thielen. They have Dalvin Cook. He's really not going to be a focus. Maybe that's good for him. He can develop without any pressure. I don't know, whatever. And then the 49ers also surprised me. They traded down. Tampa Bay trades up one pick to 13 from 14 to get an offensive tackle that I don't think the Niners were going to pick. Okay, the Niners get a little extra pick out of that. Then they take defense at 14. They then take a wide receiver later in the draft. They trade up again to get back into a good position. And then they send, that was with Minnesota. They swap picks there. That's how Minnesota got the 31st pick, where they ended up taking defense. So overall, I think it wasn't really that exciting of a first round, other than the Packers making a big splash, which no one expected. I mean, to be clear, when I was streaming and I saw that the Packers traded up with Miami, my first thought was they're taking Jordan Love. For the love, why did they do it? And there's so many jokes going around on Twitter right now. The Packers are in love. We're on The Bachelor or whatever. I think Matt LaFleur is not afraid to go get his guy, and neither is Brian G. They are not afraid to go get their guy, and they said that before the draft. We just all kind of assumed that would be, maybe a wide receiver or, I don't know, like a guy like Queen, a linebacker that would be really good. Or if you really want to go get your guy, go get us like an Isaiah Simmons. If you want to go get your guy, don't go get Jordan Love. You can get him later without really going anywhere. So I don't know. Those are my initial thoughts. I don't even know. I really hope Jordan Love turns into the next Aaron Rodgers. Brett Favre continues that, makes it a trilogy of fantastic quarterbacks in Green Bay. Please do it. Let's torture Bears, Lions, and Vikings fans for another 15 years to come. That would be fantastic. Other than that, not many surprises in the draft. A lot of teams, lots of offensive linemen. There were also 14, maybe 15 by the end of the draft. I think it was 14 SEC players were taken at the top of that draft in the first round. That's a record. There was also, interesting factoid, the first 3 picks who were Joe Burrow, Chase Young, and then Jeff Okudah, were all teammates at one point at Ohio State. Chase Young and Okudah were teammates last year. Joe Burrow obviously transferred out of Ohio State after his freshman year, went to LSU. He also, apparently, I learned talking to some of my friends, sports writer friends, that Joe Burrow tried to transfer to Nebraska, and they said no after his freshman year at Ohio State when he was redshirted. So Nebraska, you lost out. You lost out on Joe frickin' Burrow, who led college football in history basically this year with LSU to a national championship. So those are pretty much my initial draft thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed my rants of the Green Bay Packers. The jury is still out for me on Jordan Love. I don't know. My dad's not happy. He's a big Packers fan. That's why I'm a Packers fan. I'm talking to him about it in between my stream and recording this. We're just very confused. I think a lot of Packers fans are very confused. Nobody saw this coming. It was not signaled anywhere. I mean, they told us before the draft that they would be able to go out and get their guy when they saw it, and apparently they saw their guy and they went out and got it. So if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns about my opinions on the draft, or just want to drop your opinions on the draft below, let me know your favorite team and let me know how you thought they did in the draft. Thank you for listening. This is probably going to be my last video until the channel was supposed to debut on May 4th. Just because of the NFL draft, I cover sports, so I figured that would be a good idea for me to drop a video today. This is going to be on Friday, the day after. So these are my initial thoughts. Thought I needed to do this. So hopefully you guys will stick around, wait around until May 4th, and that will be when my normal channel schedule will appear. You can see that if you click on my channel. The header of my channel, made by my good friend Morgan, has my schedule on there, all my social media. So comment, like, subscribe, share this video. Go check me out on social media. Hit me up on Twitter. That's a place where I do a lot of my sports discussion. So hit me up on there. We can have some discussion, some arguments, some debates on there about the NFL draft. I'll also be live streaming again tomorrow night for round 2 of the NFL draft. So if you're seeing this this evening, because this will come out on Friday, so this evening, I'm going to be recording and live streaming on Twitch at MJ Hurley Sports. So come check me out there. We can talk more NFL, more football. And thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe. I'll talk to you later.